What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Joey Balls back with another one. So today, cool little project. We have a customer's 2004 Harley Softail. It's going to get some new bars, some A-Packs. But obviously not good for stunning. Nonetheless, customer wants some A-Hangers. We are going to put some A-Hangers on this bike. I think they're 14s, something like that. So A-Hangers, it's going to need some tires, needs fork seals. So we got a good little project. Probably something I'm going to do over a couple days. Nothing I'm going to get in a huge hurry on. Now, he's got the extended wire kit and everything, a kit that I've never used. So we're going to see how flawless that all fits. First, whenever you are messing with anything electrical, disconnect the battery. Well, it's got a Screaming Eagle ECU in it. How about that? And I'm hoping I can get this lifted up. This has a Mikuni carb. Fancy. Sweet. This thing ought to run pretty good. Good stuff. All right, let's get this dash off here. And you're going to get up under here. Be careful. You don't want to scratch the paint. It did have a chip in the paint already. I didn't do that. Disconnect your speedo. And then the last one is going to be your button here, which has just got a rubber cover on it. Unscrew it, and your dash is off. Took apart too many times, which is good. So hopefully now I can just scoot this whole tank back. Just a hair is all that you need. And be able to gain access to all of these connectors. And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Pop that connector out. That's it. Left side's light gray, right side's dark gray. So now we just got to depin these connectors, which I've shown you in my first Softail video that I did. So I really don't need to show you that. Let me depin these and we'll be right back. Got those depinned. If you don't know how to depin them, go check out my 99 Softail video. They're the same. These old ones are dummy easy. Dummy easy. Somebody boogered the hell out of these clamp bolts at one point. At least a couple of them. So yeah, you just depin all the wires and you'll be able to pull them out. And go ahead and pop this grip off this side. Somebody tried to glue it. Didn't work. And there is my wife and my great little kitty shop cat. Some asshole wired these blinkers. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got them cheap old connectors on it. I can't say I haven't used them before, but at all costs, if you can avoid using those, man, it'd make life easy. Because now I don't think I'm going to be able to pull these through the bars with those on there. I'm going to try. Might be able to do it. I'm going to go ahead, pull these bars off. He didn't get new bushings. I'm not a huge fan of doing these without putting new bushings in them. But we will check the condition. Oh my goodness. To say these have never been taken off is probably an understatement. Whew. Well, what a son of a gun. Those are really on there. Wow, man. These bolts might snap. Let that soak a little bit. Got the bars off. And as you can tell, like I said was going to happen, did happen. The clutch side bolt snapped. No big deal. Didn't make me drive the breaker bar into the forks or anything, so that was expected. I did end up getting that bolt to back itself out. So that's all we're going to do for tonight. We're going to pack it up and come back in tomorrow. All right, guys, we are back. It's another day. I got the bars off the bike, broke the bolt like I said I was going to do. Not a huge deal. Knew it was coming. But I just want to show you the setup we're going to be putting on. Got the apes, which are a super easy set to wire, which is nice. It's a pretty well put together kit. You got the risers, top clamp, bolts for all that. A clutch cable, Motion Pro. You got the Motion Pro throttle cables. We've got a brake line and wire extensions. That's about it. That's all it's going to take. So, pretty nice kit. Customer supplied the parts, and I'm not disappointed by any means. So, first we got to put the riser on. They're only 1 inch or inch and a half riser, and then we'll get to plopping these bars on. So let's do it. Since I broke the bolt coming out, I thought I had a bolt. I don't. I got one of these. This will just be to hold it on, and then I will go and get some pretty chrome bolts after that. I'm gonna pop these risers open. I had a set laying around. They were just dirty. What I do is I take a little bit of double aught, I think is what it is, steel wool, a little bit of mother's polish, and just lightly. And look, I mean, they cleaned up like brand new. Now, this is a factory set. This is a Harley set of risers compared to this aftermarket set, and the difference in weight is pretty insane. This almost feels like aluminum. Crap design. It's got a bolt hole. I'm not a huge fan of it. This Harley set, twice the weight, twice the thickness of metal, and they got threads in them. So that's what we're going to use. Get them set in place where I like them. Make sure we Loctite them. I'm going to show you guys a trick to getting these wires through. I was almost able to push them through because these are curved. So you're going to take whatever you're using, shoestring. I'm using paracord. I switched to paracord because I've had some tough ones where you really got to yank it. Shoestring broke. So just tie a knot in it, tie it up there, that way it don't fly through. And then you take your air, and then it should be right here. And that's it. So there she is at the bottom. Now what we'll do, we'll get the wires, we'll tie them on this end, and just pull them through. I was able to push it all the way down to here, and I ran out of power to push. So we'll go over here and feed while you pull. That's it. All right, and there they are. And we just repeat the process on the other side. Pretty simple with these curved bars, and then we will work on extending these wires, getting it all buttoned up. So as you guys can see here, we have the bike jacked up because we got to pull the exhaust off to get to the clutch cable. So there she is. All right. All right. Now, like I said, as expected. Shame because that fluid is brand spanking new. So, as you can see, there's inside your cover. That snap ring's got to come out, and then it works like every other clutch on a Harley Davidson. Pretty simple. And that just pushes on this and pushes your clutch over on your primary side. There she is. And there is an O-ring on the end of it. And we're going to run it the exact same way that the other was ran. Snug it. Now we got to replace. How did that get so rusty? Everything that was in here. and then we can get the rest in here pretty simply. So, got everything hooked up, got some fluid in the reservoir. Now, we're going to use the nice pneumatic bleeder, which if you don't have one of these, they make life pretty nice, and at least get the fluid started. So there it is, pulling through. There we go. Look at that. It's already got pressure, man. That's what's great about that pneumatic bleeder. This simple pneumatic bleeder. This is just something I got off Amazon, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it really came in handy. So it's a good little tool. I think it's like 40 bucks. And you saw how easy that just was to bleed those brakes. No mess. Yeah, pretty rad tool. So I'm running the extensions on these wires. This kit is pretty flawless, if I gotta say. It's nice and easy, user friendly. I am using my own shrink wrap because I don't like how big the ones that came on it were. You can't really see what I'm doing, but they make these pins. They just slide into each other, which makes it nice and simple. So we'll slide them into each other. Like this. Slide in. And then you want to cover all the metal that's showing. And you take your heat gun and you just shrink wrap those together. It's a few days later, but nonetheless, we're back here on the 04 Softail. Got a bolt for those bars when I snapped off. Gonna pop that on. Try to figure out some sort of spacer for the mirrors here so that way they'll go up all the way now. And other than that, I'm waiting on some blinker mounts, and I got to pull this front fork off and do the fork seals. I probably won't show you that. It's kind of just a boring job. But let's go ahead and pop the rest of this stuff on and get it done. So, of course, you want to do your Loctite on any bolts, especially on the bars. On these, you don't really need to be shy. All right, so get your torque wrench. These are 30 to 40 foot-pounds. I torque them to 40. Make sure I'm not going anywhere. Of course, use your Loctite. That helps too. So let's go ahead and get these torqued. I can get the tool in there. There we go. Want to be careful. All right. So just a precaution, man. You got to make sure, especially on these Harleys, they rattle. Torque your stuff to spec. Use your Loctite. Your life will thank you later. So we are done up front, other than the blinker relocations, like I said. Probably won't post anything on that. You got the most of it, of the process of doing bars, wiring bars, all that good stuff. Again, I have a full long part video, another one long part video on a 1999 Softail. It's real informative. People have been loving that video, so check it out. It's more towards the bottom of my page. But other than that, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me a bunch. We're getting close to 500 subs, so that's going to help out. Stay tuned for more, man. We're building bikes. We're building the chopper. See, I got an engine back here. Got my chopper getting built. So, yeah, stay tuned. Sub, like, ring that bell. Thanks for watching.